putrid, embarrassing, disgusting, abysmal, trash, awful. What other words do I need to use? Welcome back, Oilers fans, because you had a field day last year with the Connor McDavid highlight reel goal when they came back from that game from a 3-goal deficit as well. Rangers lose 4-3 to the Edmonton Oilers. Yet again, blowing a 3-goal lead. Yet again, letting Connor McDavid get a highlight level play. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. What a joke. What a joke. What's going on in that locker room? What's going on? Because I refuse to believe that anything's right in that locker room when this is happening on a daily basis. I don't understand. I don't understand anymore. They played a great first period. And then they took their foot off the gas. But the way they played in the second period, they didn't deserve this win regardless. I don't care about the disallowed goals either. Who cares? You had a 3-0 lead. 3-0. There's no point. Why am I wasting my time? Why am I wasting my time? Why is everybody wasting their time? How you feeling, everyone that went to that game, by the way? I'm glad they booed the team off the ice tonight. They deserved it. They deserved it after that putrid West Coast trip as well, where you lost to a last place team. You lost to the Kraken. You barely beat the Sharks. And hooray, you beat the Kings. This is a joke. This is a joke. I don't even want to talk about this at all. Where do we start? Because the Rangers started off good. Fox, nice pass. Lafreniere, backdoor, goal. Rangers in the second period. After a disallowed goal, they had one disallowed from Panarin. They reviewed another goal that Panarin they thought had. No goal. Rangers play like garbage in the entire second period. End up getting a lucky break. Sammy Blais moves in. Beautiful move around. Sets up Braden Schneider. Schneider fires one on goal. Goalie interference. What is goalie interference? I don't know. What is offsides? I don't know. But we spent total of 5 minutes reviewing that goal that was disallowed for goalie interference. Just to call it no goal because, Ryan Carpenter just ever so slightly tapped Jack Campbell. And let's disallow that first goal because it was on the blue line, but it didn't cross the blue line enough. So let's call that back. Joke of a sport. Joke of a sport. Those are the rules. I get it. But it's a joke of a sport. And again, they didn't deserve this win regardless of those two disallowed goals. They didn't deserve it. Lindgren then fires a shot on, and Kreider just fires it from behind the net, bounces off of Campbell and in. Then the fourth line, Blais and Gauthier get a 2-on-1. Gauthier couldn't bury it. They kept working in front of the net. Gauthier sniped it in. Carpenter and Blais with the assist. 3-0. What could ever go wrong with this team, right? Well, I'll tell you what, right? What went wrong? You let Bouchard get his first of the season. Snipes one after Miller takes a dumb hooking penalty. keep your stick on the ice. Lindgren goes to the dressing room. Hayek takes over for the shift, loses a board battle. The defense gets lazy. Bouchard ends up scoring. And not too long after that, it would be 3-3 as Trouba, for whatever reason, was like, hey, my team's going for a line change. Why don't I just make a pass over the bench? Someone's going to get it coming on the ice, right? And a fast break comes in. Trouba doing nothing, and Holloway just snipes one. 3-3. Congratulations on your first NHL goal. Who would have thought it was going to come against the New York Rangers? And then Alexis Lafreniere. Oh, Alexis Lafreniere, our first overall pick. In the offensive zone, the puck not in the region decides, hey, Tyson Barrie, let me just take your helmet off. Jumps on his back, takes a roughing penalty, and Edmonton to the power play with 3 minutes to go in the game. McDavid, highlight level play here. Just moving the puck around ever so casually. Moves it around the net. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins back down low to Leon Draisaitl. Taps it home. 4-3 game. And the Rangers, with the empty net, do nothing. Thank you. That's what it was. Don't even make it competitive at the end. You're trash. You are trash. I'm sick of this. I'm truly sick of this. It's every single game that they take their foot off the gas for no reason. You went up against one of the worst goalies in the NHL and you barely tested him. 23 shots on goal. 23. You suck. Oh for 3 on the power play. You suck. Missing empty nets. You suck. It's laughable. Laughable. And then you have Gallant doing his normal line juggling as if that's the issue. You are the issue. You are the issue, not the players. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm not letting them get off with this. But I should say the players are an issue, but it's because of you and your idiotic system that you have in place. What was the game plan? What was the game plan? Did you want them to just sit back in the third period with a 3-0 lead and try to protect it? Because I didn't see a whole lot of defensive structure there at all. If that's what the game plan was. What was the game plan? You don't know what you're getting from this team. Ever. Ever. You watch good hockey teams. Any good hockey team. You just know on a nightly basis what you're going to get. You know that you're going to get... Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example off the top of my head. But you just know when you're watching a quality team what you're going to get from them. Tampa Bay. Look at the Tampa Bay Lightning. You know what you're going to get. You're going to get a heavy forechecking game. You're going to get quality defense because in the neutral zone, they are not allowing you through that neutral zone. They are playing their best defense that they possibly could. And offensively, They're supporting one another. They're getting in on the forecheck. They're winning board battles, cycling the puck, scoring goals. With this team, there is no consistency at all. You don't know what they're getting. You don't know how they're going to enter the offensive zone. It's sometimes a dump and chase. It's sometimes east to west passes. It's sometimes, hey, let's just throw it in the middle of the ice and hope something happens. You never know what you're getting. You just don't know with this team. You don't know. Any good hockey team has a game plan and a set system. There's one way to play this game, and the Rangers do it incorrectly because they try to play the game 50 different ways. I'm sick of this. I don't even want to waste my time talking about how each line played because nobody was really good today. Nobody was that great. Especially that Goudreau VC Trocheck line. I thought, man, that would be a great shutdown line. Ha! The third line was decent at points in this game. Then they get held back, and then you take a idiotic penalty. The first line didn't get enough for my liking. Mika Zibanejad with one shot on goal. And I'm pretty sure it was on the power play. When are you going to wake up 5-on-5? The fourth line was actually probably the best line today. You have problems. And then for the defense, Adam Fox, Ryan Lindgren, and then he got hurt. Schneider had a pretty good game. But Hayek, Miller, Trouba, trash. Especially Miller and Trouba. When are we splitting them up? And even then, Schneider had a couple questionable plays. And Igor does not deserve at all what he got today in front of him. Doesn't deserve it. And how fitting that Henrik Lundqvist was sitting in the crowd for this one. That's the thing of scripts. I mean, wild. It's wild. So, I don't know. I don't know. I really do not know. Until there's a change, I don't know what this team does. Because nothing's going to change until somebody either loses their job or a trade is made. Now you're 5th place in the standings. Pittsburgh's now ahead of you. Good job. Remember that wild card by Thanksgiving spot? Ha, memories. Team's 4 games below 500. If you just look at the total win losses, that is. My bad. 2. My bad. Or more harsh on them. But should be more. Should be more. You did not deserve that game in San Jose. You did not deserve. You could argue they didn't deserve the game in LA. They've won a lot of games they don't deserve to win. Like, how do you just go away from what you did in the third period against Anaheim and the start of this game? It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry for being all over the place today. That's where this team has me. That's where this team has me. Because every game. It's every single one. Every single one. How long before we make a change? How long? What's the wait for? What is the wait for? Somebody tell me. I would have preferred for them to drop the other 2 games on the West Coast trip if it meant a change was going to happen after this game, especially. Imagine if they did lose those 2 games on the West Coast. You would have seen jerseys thrown on the ice after this game. And I'm sure Gallant and Trouba are going to say we played great today. The usual quotes. Let's see if I can quickly find a Gallant quote from the post game. Let's see. That would be great. Gallant actually not pleased. Saying awful and embarrassing. And they're trying to search for answers. You and I both. Wait, you know what the difference is? This is your job, Gallant. I'm just a guy that sits in my room and watches these games. I can only do so much yelling and screaming for what needs to change. And if you don't have answers, what are you doing as the head coach of the team? It's that simple. It's that simple. You don't deserve your job if you don't know what the answer is to get this thing going. Let's get to your guys' comments on Twitter. Can't wait. We got a lot today. Oh, gotta love this. And I'm sure that everyone's going to be thrilled and have a field day with this one since it was a garbage loss. Pickoff Radar says, why do I choose to stick with this team? Sorry. You're asking me? You're asking me? We choose it because I don't know. I don't know. But deep down, we do have a love for this team at the end of the day. Doesn't seem like it right now, but deep down we do. And one day maybe we'll get rewarded for it. Maybe one day. I don't know. I can't answer that question today. Kazoo says, a part of me hopes they wake up. They wake the F up, my bad. Another part of me knows it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen since apparently our coach just said that he doesn't have answers. So. And I don't know if he exactly said that or if that was just Vince adding that in. But regardless, doesn't seem like Gallant has an answer. So I wouldn't have your hopes up too much. Unless just by the smallest chance, they end up, or Gallant ends up making an adjustment to the system. BD3 says, Gallant should be fired after this game. Blowing leads like that has a lot to do with coaching. Yeah, 100%. 1 billion, 1,000%. I do not want to hear 1 billion, 1 trillion% is what I should say. I do not want to hear Ryan Lindgren getting hurt in the defensive play all of a sudden ends up becoming poor. Who cares? The Oilers don't care. I don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody. And you shouldn't. There's too much talent here for you to blow leads like that. And yeah, it has everything to do with coaching. Everything. Because there's no game plan and nobody's prepared. Dwayne Bacon asks if I'm ready to fire Gallant. Yeah. Yes. I tried giving him the benefit of the doubt and giving him until around Thanksgiving, this time of year here, to get everything together and to make it work. We're past the point now where It's been too much time for the it's too early and they could turn things around excuse. It's too late. You're over a quarter of the way through. You need to have it together by now. And this is more than a conference final hangover. This is they're genuinely playing bad hockey, and it's carrying over from last year, except they're actually paying the price for it because Igor isn't otherworldly this year. He's still doing good, but he's not otherworldly this year to the point where he's getting shutouts and allowing one goal every single game. So, yeah, I'm ready. New York South White Force just says, done. You and I both. Black Dog RVA says, dude, what is it going to take? I was listening to the radio call like it's the 1940s because it's not streaming anywhere. But hell, we get those 2 called off goals and we're feeling great, then collapse. Can we just win or lose? Too many damn tough losses. I mean, first of all, I do want to say, too, I'm glad they didn't get a point out of this. You didn't deserve a point. And that's another great point. For anyone that does want to blame, because I know there's still going to be people, for whatever reason, to try to defend this team and say, oh, the 2 misallowed goals never should have been called back. They ended up gaining momentum from that and scoring either way. Who cares? But I don't know what it's going to take. But all I know is probably change. Change. Change is the only thing. Because what they're doing is not working. Change is the only thing that it's going to take. And yeah, I don't know. And even the wins haven't been pretty. It's aggravating. Dalo says, embarrassing loss. I love Kako, but bro needs to score. With all the chances he's created recently, one needs to go in. We need to trade for Strome. Once he left, he placed a curse on us. We also need a good defensive defenseman like Lindgren. Well, I don't know about the whole trading for Strome thing, but yeah, in regards to Kako, yeah, you have the wide open cage and you still miss it. Like, things like that can't happen. It can't. And it's every game. And you're absolutely right about them needing help on the blue line. Because Jacob Trouba, it's laughable watching this guy play hockey. It's actually laughable. If you're an opposing fan, that is. For us, it's torture. If you're an opposing fan, oh, Connor McDavid must have been foaming at the mouth when he saw Trouba on the ice against him. Players probably do that. They foam at the mouth with these guys. I don't know, though. Peg City Hockey coming in with a comment. Says, in hindsight, would you still take Jacob Trouba over Pionk? Trouba has 0 goals, 5 assists in 22 games played. Pionk has 4 goals, 7 assists in 19 games played. Not to mention, Pionk makes $5.8 million versus Trouba making 8. Oh, I've been done with Trouba since he walked through the door. I mean, listen, at the time, I'll say I liked the trade. I liked the trade at the time. I didn't think much of Neil Pionk, and the first round pick, I was like, whatever about it. I thought Jacob Trouba, all right, maybe a little bit of an overpay, but let's see if he could build off of what he did in Winnipeg his last year there with that 50-point season. But if I knew and actually watched in depth the games, I probably would have caught how poor he is defensively. And once he got that $8 million contract, I wanted to vomit. I was like, $8 million? Not sure about that. Had a good opening night against the Jets, ironically. And then you saw more and more and more, and you're seeing it more and more and more as time goes on. He sucks. Sucks. He is probably the most overpaid player in the NHL. I don't think that's an overreaction or over-exaggeration. He genuinely sucks that much. You're in the National Hockey League. how does it go through your mind, or how doesn't it go through your mind to think, hey, there is a line change happening with my team. I shouldn't pass the puck. Let me wait for a line change. That is common sense. You cannot make a stupid mistake like that. So to answer the question, yeah, I take Pionk any day of the week. I would take anyone any day of the week. He's been that bad. So that is it for me. Sorry for a bit of a longer video, all over the place too. That's what happens when you lose after having a 3-0 lead. I don't know. You guys let me know, though, what you think needs to happen, what you think needs to change. I'm at a loss for words. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Would love to hear from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, leave a like. I'm sure Oiler fans enjoyed this one. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Ranger fans. Turn on your notifications so you know when I upload a video next. And I will see you in the next one. I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not going to say it.